morning, dear students. I am Ms. Navida Sheikh from Brahan Mumbai Mahanagar Palika MCGM virtual class. I welcome all my dear students to another and interesting session. In today's session, we'll be learning something new and interesting from a science textbook. So let's get started. Good morning, dear students. I am Mrs. Navida Sheikh from MCGM virtual class. I welcome all my dear students to another and interesting session. In today's class, we'll be learning a very interesting chapter from your science textbook, and the chapter's name is Carbon, an important element. Now, this is the part 2 of this chapter. We have already started with the chapter and we have uploaded a part of the video, that is carbon, an important element, part 1. In that we have discussed about why are we studying about carbon, why is it so important, how it is found, where it is found, what are the properties of carbon, what is the meaning of an allotrope. Those are very important things of this chapter. So if you haven't watched our video, please go and watch the video first, and then we'll continue with this chapter, and it is a very interesting chapter. So let's get started and learn something new and interesting in the later part of this chapter. So today we'll be starting with graphite. Now graphite is a very important allotrope of carbon, okay, that we are using every now and then, and we do not even realize कि ये graphite है. Graphite is found in the natural state in Russia, New Zealand, America and India. The lead used in pencil is made by mixing graphite with clay. This process was discovered by Nicolas Jacques Conte in 1795. Now remember, whenever you're using a pencil, हम लोग जब स्कूल में थे, when you were in your lower standards up till 3rd and 4th standard, we made use of pencils. अभी भी हम लोग पेंसिल का इस्तेमाल करते हैं, बट जो पेंसिल के अंदर जो ब्लैक पोर्शन होता है ना, जिससे जो लिखता है, जिससे हम लोग लिखते हैं, आउटर रीजन हैज वुड जो हम लोग शार्पन करते हैं, और बीच में ब्लैक कलर का, ग्रे कलर का लेड होती है, ठीक है. नाउ दैट इज मेड अप ऑफ ग्राफाइट, ग्रे कलर. सो ऑटोमेटिकली थिंग्स शुड कम टू योर माइंड के माइंड में आना चाहिए वो चीज कि इट विल बी हैविंग कार्बन इन इट, ठीक है, उसमें कार्बन प्रेजेंट है. So here this pencil lead that is there, it is made up of graphite and clay, and that makes it very easy for us to use it. Okay, so next time when you're using a pencil, you should relate to whatever you have studied. ये जो black color दिख रहा है, ये क्या चीज है? ये graphite है, ठीक है. Let us understand about the structure of graphite. Every carbon atom in graphite is bounded to 3 other carbon atoms in such a way that a hexagonal layered structure is formed. So if you see here, in our previous video we have discussed about diamond, okay. So you need to compare both the structures. It will help you understand it better. Okay, here you can see the carbon atoms are attached, one is attached to 3 other carbon atoms. They are bonded with each other, and which gives it a hexagonal shape. Here you can see the shape, how it is formed. Alright. A graphite crystal is made up of many sheets of layer of carbon atoms. So if you notice here, नीचे एक sheet है, थोड़ी जगह है, फिर एक sheet है, थोड़ी जगह होगी, फिर एक sheet होगी. So that way it will go on, and there will be layers of carbon atoms on it. These layers slip over each other on applying pressure. One layer of graphite is called graphene. Okay, so एक एक लेयर के ऊपर लेयर जब प्रेस होते जाता है तो क्या होता है, वो स्लिप हो जाता है, because we have learned that graphite is slippery, okay, as compared to diamond. So when we talk about graphite, it will, the atoms which are there, the layers which the carbon atoms are forming, they slip over अगर उसके ऊपर pressure apply करेंगे तो, ठीक है. And one layer of graphite is called as graphene. Let us understand about the properties of graphite. Graphite found in nature is black, soft, brittle and slippery. Okay, so all the properties, I hope you all know the meaning of each one of it. Black color का होता है, it is soft, it is brittle means it can break easily. हम लोग अगर पेंसिल से लिखते हैं, अगर थोड़ा सा भी प्रेशर लगता है पेंसिल के ऊपर तो नोक टूट जाती है. That shows that it is very brittle. Brittle means कोई भी चीज आसानी से जब टूट जाती है तो हम लोग उसे brittle कहते हैं. And it is slippery means if you try and touch your pencil lead, you will notice कि थोड़ा हाथ में हम लोग को चिकनापन लगता है, slippery लगती है, ठीक है. So that is this is the first property of graphite. Inside each layer of graphite, free electrons move continuously within the entire layer. That is why graphite is a good conductor of electricity. Okay. Now, when we talked about diamonds, diamonds did not have free electrons, and that is why it was not a good conductor of electricity. But when we talk about graphite, graphite has free electrons, and these free electrons are moving continuously within the entire layer. So remember, अगर किसी भी एलिमेंट के पास में फ्री इलेक्ट्रॉन्स है, मींस वो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी कंडक्ट कर सकते हैं. Okay, so that is why graphite is a good conductor of electricity. Due to the layered structure, graphite can be used for writing on paper. The density of graphite is 1.9 to 2.3 gram centimeter cube. Graphite does not dissolve in most of the solvents, means कोई पानी है, बहुत सारे solvents means substance होते हैं liquid जिसके अंदर हम लोग उसे dissolve करने की कोशिश करते हैं, तो मगर उसमें dissolve नहीं होता. ठीक है, so most of the solvents you will find that graphite doesn't dissolve in them. Let us understand about the uses of graphite. Graphite is used for making lubricants. Graphite is used for making carbon electrodes. Graphite is used in pencils for writing. Graphite is used in paint and polishes. Graphite is used in arc lamps which give a very bright light. So these are a few uses of graphite. It is used in as an electrode, carbon electrodes. It is used as a lubricant which avoids rusting. ठीक है, कोई चीज को जंग खाने से बचाने के लिए, lubricate करने के लिए ग्राफाइट का इस्तेमाल किया जा सकता है. It is used as a pencil for writing purpose. It is used as polish also. It is used in paints and polish also. And it is used in arc lamps which gives out a very bright light when graphite is used. Okay, so these are the 5 uses of graphite. You should remember at least 4 out of them, so that if at all it is asked in your examination, you are in a position to write down the uses of graphite. ठीक है, ये याद रख लो आप लोग. If you remember the properties of graphite ना, you will be able to write down the uses also. हम लोगों को पता है कि वो free electrons conduct करते हैं, free electrons present है, that means it will conduct electricity. So you have to again relate to that and remember this electrodes कि carbon electrodes use होते हैं. Okay, electricity arc lamps बहुत अच्छे bright जलते हैं because of graphite. It is used in pencil. It is used as a lubricant. Slippery है ना, वो हम लोग ने पढ़े थे ना properties. It is slippery. It is soft. It is slippery. So it is used as a lubricant also, and it is used in paints and polishes as well. Okay, so these are a few uses of graphite that you'll need to remember. Next you have is fullerene. Fullerene, it is an allotrope of carbon, is rarely found in nature. It is very rare that you find fullerene in nature. It is found in soot. जब कोई चीज जलती है ना, तो जो धुआं निकलता है ना, उसे soot कहते हैं. And in interstellar space. The first example of fullerene is Buckminster fullerene. This allotrope of carbon is named fullerene after the architect Richard Buckminster Fuller because the structure of C60 resembles the structure of geodesic dome he designed. C60, C70, C76, C82 and C86. These are examples of fullerene. Their molecules occur in small numbers in soot. ठीक है, तो जब धुआं निकलता है तो उसमें भी फ्लोरीन बहुत मिनिमम अमाउंट में प्रेजेंट होता है. ठीक है, let us see the properties of fullerene. Molecules of fullerene are found in the form of buckyballs and buckytubes. There are 30 to 900 carbon atoms in one molecule of fullerene. Okay, so you can remember, you have to remember these numbers, that there are 30 to 900 carbon atoms present in one molecule of fullerene. So imagine how many carbon atoms are there in one molecule. Next, fullerene are soluble in organic solvents such as carbon disulfides, chlorobenzene. Next we come to is uses of fullerene. Fullerenes are used as insulators. Fullerenes are used as a catalyst in water purification. Now catalyst means what? Catalyst means any substance which is added to a reaction so that the reaction takes faster. Okay, इसकी स्पीड बढ़ाने के लिए हम लोग कैटलिस्ट ऐड करते हैं ताकि वो रिएक्शन फास्ट हो और ये फ्यूलोरिन उसके अंदर कोई हार्मफुल इफेक्ट नहीं करेगा in the chemical reaction. It does not take part in the chemical reaction, but it enhances the speed of that reaction which is taking place. Okay, so catalyst is that. At a certain temperature, fullerene exhibits superconductivity, means it can conduct very high amount. Okay, so it is at a particular temperature, not every time, but at a certain temperature, fullerene exhibits superconductivity. Okay, so these are examples of buckyballs. See, you all can see now how the buckyballs and the bucky tubes look like. Now we move on to non-crystalline forms of carbon. Earlier in our previous video, we have learnt about crystalline forms of carbon. Now we are learning about non-crystalline or amorphous. The arrangement of carbon atom in this group is not regular. Earlier we studied के हर एक का particular pattern होता है तभी उसे वो structure मिलता है. But here non-crystalline मतलब ये powdered form के बारे में होगा. ठीक है? It will not be very hard as compared to that of diamond. Crystals क्या होते हैं? थोड़े hard होते हैं. But non-crystalline, when you talk about, it is usually powdered form. It is brittle. So you have to remember that in mind. Okay. So वो क्यों होगा? अगर कार्बन एटम्स का एक प्रॉपर अरेंजमेंट नहीं होगा तो it will not have a proper shape and a structure. Okay. So here the very first thing that we will be learning in non-crystalline form is coal. Then you have charcoal and then you have coke. Now all these three things are similar to each other. But how are they different? That we'll be learning ahead in this video. Okay. So in coal, we have peat, you have lignite, you have bituminous coal, you have anthracite. Okay. So these are a few things that we'll be learning, and apart from that, we'll be learning about each and every one, that is coal, charcoal and coke, how it is present and what are the uses of it. Okay. If you want, you can take down this so that it will be clear in your mind के किसके अंडर में क्या क्या हम लोग पढ़ने वाले हैं. कोल के अंदर we will be learning about peat, lignite, bituminous coal and anthracite. Coal is a fossil fuel. Everybody knows coal. कोयला क्या होता है? Fossil fuel है. It contains carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. It also contains nitrogen, phosphorus and sulfur. It occurs in the solid state. It is of four types. First is peat. Formation of peat is the first step in the formation of coal. ठीक है, जब भी कोल बनना शुरू होता है, वी नो फॉसिल फ्यूल्स क्या है, अगर बहुत सारी डेब्रीज है, डेड ऑर्गेनिक मैटर है जो भी जमीन के अंदर, उसके ऊपर जब प्रेशर पड़ता है ओवर द पीरियड ऑफ टाइम, व्हाट विल हैपन, वो सारी चीजें उसके अंदर से जो पानी है, मॉइस्चर है, वो रिलीज हो जाता है, निकल जाता है, दब कर निकल जाता है वो प्रेशर से, और वो चीज कंप्लीटली ड्राई आउट हो जाती है, एंड बिकॉज ऑफ द कंटिन्यूस प्रेशर विच इज फॉलिंग ऑन टू इट, it becomes a fossil fuel. It becomes a fuel. It exhibits certain different properties from that of the original thing which was there beneath. ठीक है, जो ऑलरेडी सपोज वहां पर एक झाड़ था, एक ट्री थी जो मर गई, जो सड़ने लग गई, ओके, बट उसके ऊपर कुछ और डेब्रीज आती गई आती गई आती गई, और वो जो ट्री थी वो इस कदर से उसके ऊपर प्रेशर पड़ता गया कि उसके अंदर जितना भी पानी था वो इट गॉट रिमूव्ड आउट, एंड बिकॉज ऑफ द प्रेशर दैट वुड of the tree got converted into coal. Okay, तो जो प्रोसेस होता है ना ये कन्वर्ट होने का, ट्री टू कोल या फॉसिल फ्यूल, दैट उसके अंदर सबसे पहला जो प्रोसेस है वो है पीट फॉर्मेशन ऑफ पीट. ओके, it contains a high proportion of water and less than 60% of carbon. therefore not much heat can be obtained from peat. ठीक है, तो जब ये चीज जब प्रेशर पड़ता है और उसमें से पानी निकलने लगता है तो वहां पर वो जो सब्सटेंस होता है ना, उसके अंदर पीट के अंदर पानी ज्यादा होता है और कार्बन कम होता है, ठीक है, and that is why it does not emit out much amount of heat from itself. Then you have is lignite. Peat was transformed into lignite due to increased pressure and temperature. जैसे जैसे प्रेशर पड़ेगा वैसे वैसे टेम्परेचर भी बढ़ता है inside the earth, right? It contains about 60 to 70% of carbon. Lignite is the second step of the formation of coal. ठीक है, तो अब यहाँ पर क्या होता है, ज्यादा प्रेशर और टेम्परेचर की वजह से उसमें से पानी निकलता जा रहा है और अब the amount of carbon is increasing. It contains about 70 to 60% of carbon in it. Next you have bituminous coal. Bituminous coal was formed as the third step of formation of coal. It contains 70 to 90% of carbon. Anthracite. Anthracite is known as the pure form of coal. This coal is hard and contains about 95% of carbon. ठीक है, इसके अंदर 95% of carbon is present in it. So remember, coal एक क्या है, एक प्रोसेस है. कोल जब बनता है, फॉसिल फ्यूल जब बनता है ना, तो एक प्रोसेस के थ्रू चलता है. वो प्रोसेस क्या है, कोई भी चीज जब हमारी ऑर्गेनिक मैटर है, इट हैज डाइड और इट हैज फॉलन इनटू द अर्थ, ओके, then there are things which they keep on falling over it again over the period of time. ठीक है, जैसे कि अगर हम लोग फॉरेस्ट में जाएंगे तो यू विल नोटिस कि वहां पर बहुत सारी लीव्स पड़ी हुई होती है, झाड़ गिरे हुए होते हैं. अब ये ओवर द पीरियड ऑफ ईयर्स ना, ये इसके ऊपर ही और लेयर्स पड़ते जाते हैं और वो प्रेशर इतना बढ़ जाता है कि all the water that is there in those organic matter which was there, उसमें से पानी निकलने लगता है और टेम्परेचर बढ़ता है, राइट? जैसे जैसे जमीन के अंदर चीजें जाएगी तो क्या होगा, टेम्परेचर भी बढ़ने लग जाएगा, प्रेशर भी बढ़ने लग जाएगा एंड द वाटर कीप्स आउट कमिंग आउट फ्रॉम दैट मैटर. ठीक है, सो द वेरी फर्स्ट प्रोसेस जिसके अंदर पानी ज्यादा होता है और वो जस्ट फॉर्म हो रहा है, फॉसिल फ्यूल जस्ट फॉर्म होना स्टार्ट हुआ है, तो वो है पीट. उसके बाद जब और प्रेशर पड़ता है और टेम्परेचर बढ़ता है तो इट फॉर्म्स लिग्नाइट एंड और प्रेशर जब बढ़ता है तो कार्बन का अमाउंट भी और बढ़ने लगता है क्योंकि पानी का अमाउंट कम हो रहा है. सो दैट फॉर्म्स बिटुमिनस कोल एंड आफ्टर दैट यू हैव एंथ्रासाइट which is forming 95% of carbon in it. All right. Now let us understand about charcoal. Charcoal that is made up of animal is made from their bones, horns, etc. On the other hand, the charcoal made from plant is obtained or formed by combustion of wood in an insufficient supply of air. ठीक है, हम लोग कोयला, चारकोल, कोक सब चीज को एक ही चीज समझते हैं बिकॉज दे लुक अलाइक. ओके, इफ यू लुक एट कोल, इफ यू लुक एट चारकोल, इफ यू लुक एट कोक, अगर अलग अलग देखेंगे तो हम लोगों को एक ही चीज दिखती है कि हाँ ये एक ही है. बट वेन यू टेक द सैम्पल्स ऑफ ईच ऑफ देम एंड इफ यू जस्ट ट्राई टू सी, you will notice that there is a slight difference in them. ठीक है, so coal was the purest form where only 95 where about 95% of carbon was present in it. When we talk about charcoal, charcoal किससे बना हुआ है, charcoal animals के debris से बना होता है, from their bones, from their horns, etc. Let us see the uses of coal. Coal is used as a fuel in factories and homes. Coal is used to obtain coke, coal, gas and coal tar. Coal is used in thermal power plants for generation of electricity. ठीक है, so all the three uses are very clear over here. I hope everybody knows the meaning of it. Now here you can see in this picture where is peat, lignite and coal. When you talk about a forest के अंदर debris गिरती रहती है, plants, dead plants है, leaves है, सारी चीजें गिरती है जमीन पर और वो over the period of time उसके अंदर से प्रेशर और हीट रिलीज होती है जिसकी वजह से लिग्नाइट फॉर्म होता है. लिग्नाइट के बाद bituminous coal फॉर्म होता है. After that anthracite is formed. That is the purest form of coal. Okay, this much is clear. and the uses are also, I think it is very clearly understood to all of you. Very simple uses of coal. Everybody knows कि हमारे घरों में कोल का इस्तेमाल, कोयले का इस्तेमाल होता है, चारकोल का इस्तेमाल होता है, ठीक है। और कोल से कोक बनता है, कोल गैस बनता है, कोल टार बनता है। डांबर हम लोग बोलते हैं ना, टार। ओके, वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट दैट। कोल इज यूज्ड इन थर्मल पावर प्लांट्स फॉर जनरेशन ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, ठीक है। तो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी जनरेट करने के लिए भी हम लोग कोल का इस्तेमाल करते हैं। ऑलराइट, दिस मच इज क्लियर एवरीबॉडी। लेट्स कंटिन्यू अहेड एंड अंडरस्टैंड मोर अबाउट इट। नेक्स्ट वी कम टू इज coke. Now what is coke? The pure coal that remains when coal gas has been taken away from coal is called coke. Now if you see the image over here of a coal and a coke, you will notice there is a slight difference, okay, in their shape, in their texture, in their color also, ठीक है। So the pure coal that remains when coal gas has been taken away from coal, it is called coke. मतलब कोल के अंदर से जब कोल गैस भी निकल जाता है तो जो चीज बचती है वो कोक है, ठीक है। we're not talking about your कोका कोला, it is coke, okay। next let us understand the uses of coke. used as domestic fuel, हमारे घरों में खाना पकाने के लिए सिगड़ी जब जलती है, बारबेक्यूज होते हैं, तो दैट टाइम डोमेस्टिक it is used as a domestic fuel. It is used as a reducing agent. It is used in the production of water and in production of various gases, okay। let us understand about hydrocarbon, a very interesting topic in your chapter carbon, that is hydrocarbons. Now what are hydrocarbons? Hydrocarbons are compounds of carbon and hydrogen, ठीक है, इसीलिए उसे हाइड्रोकार्बन कहते हैं। When a carbon atom shares one electron each with 4 hydrogen atoms and forms 4 CH bonds, a methane CH4 molecule is formed. The natural source of hydrocarbon is petroleum, that is crude oil. जो natural oils हम लोगों को मिलते हैं समंदर के अंदर से, now that is one of the sources of hydrocarbon. The petroleum that you're using, crude oil जो हम लोगों को जमीन में से मिलता है, that contains hydrocarbon in it, okay। The simplest hydrocarbon that we need to know is the molecule of methane has 4 hydrogen atoms linked to one central atom of carbon. Everybody can see central carbon atom है, उसको 4 hydrogen atoms linked हुए हैं, that forms methane CH4. Properties of covalent compounds. Let us understand that also as well. Covalent compounds have low melting points and boiling points. Okay, low melting and low boiling points. Generally, they are insoluble in water. They cannot dissolve in water and are soluble in organic solvent as well. They are poor conductor of heat and electricity. That means they cannot conduct heat and electricity. Okay. Okay, so we move on to a very interesting topic, that is saturated and unsaturated hydrocarbons. A carbon atom exhibits a characteristic property. Okay, every carbon atom has a very fine property, very different property from each other. It can form a chain of carbon atoms. Okay, as we all know, we have studied that carbon has a very interesting property कि वो खुद के ही atoms के साथ में chain बनाता जा सकता है by forming covalent bonds with other carbon atoms. The hydrocarbons having only single bonds, okay, between carbon atoms are called saturated hydrocarbons. Now this picture that you see here of carbon and hydrogen having single bond, okay, single bond दिख रहा है, that is example of a saturated hydrocarbon. For example, C2H6 which is CH3 मतलब दो है वो, and that is why it forms C2H6, and propane, ethane था पहला वाला, और next one is propane where you have CH3 CH2 CH3, okay, and in between you can see that there is a single bond. एक ही line दिखाई दे रही है ना हमारे को, so that means it has a single bond. Next, let us see some hydrocarbons have a multiple bond between two carbon atoms. Multiple bonds, here you can see in this picture on the right hand corner, दो कार्बन एटम्स के बीच में दो बॉन्ड्स है ना, दो लाइंस दिख रही है. तो देयर आर अ मल्टीपल बॉन्ड्स, कैन बी अ डबल बॉन्ड और अ ट्रिपल बॉन्ड. हाइड्रोकार्बन्स हैविंग एटलीस्ट वन मल्टीपल बॉन्ड आर कॉल्ड अनसैचुरेटेड हाइड्रोकार्बन्स. जिसके पास जो दो कार्बन एटम्स के बीच में मल्टीपल बॉन्ड्स है, या तो दो या तो तीन, ठीक है, दैट टाइप ऑफ कार्बन्स आर कॉल्ड एज unsaturated hydrocarbons. For example, ethane here. If you notice that ethene, when you see that CH के बीच में there are three bonds, three lines दिख रही है, ठीक है. प्रोपेन के अंदर भी आप लोगों को दो दिखाई दे रही है. In propene you can see three. So that means that here there are at least one hydrocarbon will be having at least two bonds or three bonds. If they are having two bonds, if they are having three bonds, that means they are unsaturated hydrocarbons. Okay. So remember this picture and understand that. Okay. Here you have an alkali or a saturated hydrocarbon. What is a saturated hydrocarbons? Hydrocarbons which have no double bonds are called as saturated hydrocarbons. And the hydrocarbons which have one or more double bonds are called as unsaturated hydrocarbons. Okay. So remember these examples and remember these pictures of structures where you can see single bonds and double bonds. That will help you to remember about saturated and unsaturated hydrocarbons. If you like the session, please do not forget to subscribe to our channel so that you can share and
This session was quite useful to you. In the next coming period, we'll learn something new and interesting. Till then, thank you.